My name is Yuri. I'm a 33-year-old housewife. I married my husband, Yamato, 4 years ago when I stopped working as a businesswoman. The year after we got married, we had a son named Ren together. We currently live in an apartment, but my husband and I had a plan moving forward. Phew, he's finally asleep.
Playing house with Ren does drain my stamina.
You seem to be having a lot of fun.
Our little boy will soon grow up, so I had to make the best of the time we have with him.
Yeah.
I can't believe he was still that energetic after a full day of running outside with his friends.
He gets that quality from you.
Really?
Didn't you say you used to be a varsity volleyball player?
I guess Red might grow up to be an athlete himself.
Whatever he does, I bet he'll excel at it.
Yep. Oh, I almost forgot. I had to tell you something.
What is it?
I'm thinking about purchasing a house.
Really?
This place isn't bad, but it's still an apartment complex. I wanted Ren to grow up somewhere more open.
You're right. If we have a big garden, Ren can have all the fun he wants.
We can even borrow materials from my dad and make our own playground.
You do love your DIY work.
We've saved up enough to be able to purchase one before Ren becomes an elementary student.
I'm in. I'm already getting excited.
Thanks! Let's start looking around for a good place.
We decided to buy our own house. Of course, it did take time before they can build one. So we decided to research who to contract. This would be the most expensive project, so we had to make sure we were happy with it. At this point, everything was smooth sailing until we met that guy. Ren, Mom is going to be busy today, okay? When I'm done, let's go out and eat some desserts. Yay! I love desserts! Unfortunately, Yamato had an urgent business matter to attend to today, so I'm going alone. But today is just some initial screening, so it should be fine. We were going to check out the new places and take some photos, and that was supposed to be it. Hello. We've reserved to check this place out. We're the Kurosa family, by the way.
Nice to meet you. I'll be your guide for Huh?
You're... Shun?
Yuri?
Long time no see. How were you?
I thought I saw the name somewhere, but it was my cousin. It's been like, what, 5 years? Well, I didn't want to meet you, but...
I guess his bad-mouthing never changed.
Weren't you supposed to be here with your husband?
He had to go to work because of an emergency, so I'm here today with my son.
So, that's your son?
I think we told your father already, but this is Ren.
Cool.
Why is he acting like this? We're still his client.
I think you know it already, but don't make a mess, okay? And don't forget to wear some slippers.
Okay. Ren, let's take off our shoes. Okay. This is Shun, my cousin on my father's side. Last time I met him, he was still an unemployed shut-in. He said he didn't want to work for the big man and didn't look for any other jobs. Although we did invite him to our wedding, he told us he had better things to do and ignored the invite. That's why I was surprised to see him working as a realtor. At least he graduated being a NEET.
That's about it.
Wow! The ceiling is up so high.
It's earthquake-proof, as there's a lot of it around here.
That makes sense.
I mean, it's kinda obvious. I don't even know why I had to explain that to you.
Yeah.
Do you want to make the same house as this one? It'll probably cost you around 30 million yen.
That's a lot.
By the way, where does your husband work at?
He works at a small company called MoniRobo Holdings.
So, like a subcontractor?
Yeah.
So he hasn't got a promotion yet, huh? I guess that makes sense.
What is up with this guy?
It doesn't seem like your family earns that much. Why the hell do you even think of building your own house? I'm actually inspired by your idiocy.
What is up with you?
Huh?
It's the first time we met in years, and this is how you act? You're being kind of rude right now.
Oopsies, did I get on your nerves? Might be.
So obnoxious.
By the way, I started working in this company 3 years ago for one of the biggest housing contractors, Sakato House.
I know, I've seen it on TV.
I was supposed to work remotely, but my dad begged me to work here.
Was that supposed to be a brag?
I mean, it's like 100 times better than being some lowly subcontractor.
I don't think you should be bragging about working for only 3 years.
Huh?
I mean, you left your first job within 6 months and became a shut-in for 2 years.
Shut up! I was just preparing for stuff.
What do you mean? Don't you know how hard it was for your father?
What about you, huh? You're poor and you're trying to buy a house?
That's not true. We're not poor.
I envy homemakers. You probably never had to work a day in your life.
What is that supposed to mean?
No one is gonna loan some subcontractor money.
That's not true.
I'm sick and tired of your excuses.
Oh, stupid to think you would ever change.
It's almost time, so would you just leave this vicinity? I have better customers to look out for.
You don't need to tell me to leave. Mommy, where's the dessert? Sorry for making you wait. We're going now. Yay!
Make sure to talk to your husband really carefully.
Shun wasn't always like this. He only changed after graduating college. I guess job hunting really changed him. Maybe he was going into the real world too complacent. Needless to say, the way he treated his customer was not okay. I was just taking a look, but he decided to berate me. Afterwards, Ren and I went to a nearby cafe while I messaged Yamato. We just finished looking at the places. Are you okay?
Thanks, Yuri. I just finished solving the problem.
That's great to hear. Ren and I are at a restaurant.
How was the place?
Well, do you remember Shun, my cousin?
Yeah?
Well, he was our guide. I guess he landed the job after his uncle forced him to.
Isn't that good news?
Well, I explained to Yamato what happened, and surprisingly, he seemed relatively calm.
I see.
It would have been fine if he had just insulted me, but I drew the line at making fun of you.
Don't worry about it. He's had a hard time adjusting to life.
Yamato.
I've never met him, so I can't really judge his character firsthand.
But my uncle came to our wedding, so he should know who you are.
I mean, he did just insult one of his clients, so he doesn't seem like the type too keen on knowing others.
I guess.
Alright, let's keep Sakato Housing as our contract.
What?
They've done good things for my company. I'll go with you tomorrow.
Are you sure? I don't know what he'll say the next time we meet him.
It's fine! I got a big heart, and I'm not afraid to show it off.
If you say so. Although Yamato was okay with it, I was still concerned about this deal. But it's for my family. I bet Yamato has something in mind. As we ended our conversation, we decided to head back home.
Thank you for coming in today and yada yada. Nice to meet you. I'm Yamato Kuroshi, Yuri's husband. Oh, so you're the guy. My wife told me everything the other day. Oh yeah, it's been 5 years since I met her. So we were just chatting a little.
He's lying again.
I see. Today, we'll be talking about the contract. Is that okay? Yep. We would like to make a deal with Sakato House. All right. Let me just get some files to finalize the deal. We'll be using your grandfather's land to build your house. Is that okay? No problem. You already have the necessary paperwork done. We'll first have to take down the house, so we'll let the workers do that. However, it'll cost more. Is that fine? How much? Adding everything up, it'll be more than 30 million yen. I see. Are you really sure about this? I heard you have to earn enough for your family. That's right. My wife works as a housewife, so... I heard you work as a subcontractor for MoniRobo Holding. That's right. Is there a problem? Won't you have some problems affording this place? I doubt the loan officers would agree to lend you money. Huh? They already said it was fine. Stop kidding! How are you gonna afford this house working in a small company? That's not true. I'll give you some life advice. Don't buy something you can't afford. Why is that? You're gonna be drowning in debt. That could be a possibility.
What the hell? Of course not. And why is Yamato agreeing with him? I stood up and stared down into Shun's soul. The two were surprised, but I didn't care. Shun, could you stop being so condescending towards my husband?
What's wrong with you?
We came here to buy a house.
You made that very loud and clear. I was just being nice, telling you guys the risk of buying a house.
What does that supposed to mean?
It's a 30 million yen deal. A normal smart family would have backed off the deal by now.
We don't need you telling us how we should spend our money.
What an idiot.
And who gave you the right to judge other families first?
I thought you would waste my time with the deal you can't pay.
Is that because my husband is a subcontractor?
If you really wanted a house, he should have been a manager at least. Or are you using the money you got illegally?
Huh? I was about to explode seeing Shun so condescending towards us. He already labeled us as a low-income family for some reason. However, we were still on company grounds. I couldn't shout or it would cause trouble elsewhere. That was when Yamato gave Shun his business card.
Sorry, I didn't introduce myself properly. I've actually done some work in Tsukato House too. Huh? I was on the edge if I should tell you, but here you go. What? MoniRobo Factory's Chief Executive Officer? I've actually gone out to eat with your CEO a couple of times. He even brought me to a rather expensive place. Were you a subcontractor? It's not a lie. Our company receives contracts from other companies. Quit lying! The MoniRobo Factory is one of our biggest clients! It's true. We have great relationship with this company. Hey, Yuri! Why didn't you tell me this earlier?
I did tell you loud and clear we weren't poor. And Yamato's father is the CEO of the company.
Seriously?
Ever since he graduated from school, he's been training at the company. He eventually got to the position he is now.
What?
But Yamato's father is a rigorous person, so he has to work at the company for 10 more years.
You don't have to tell him that.
I didn't want Shun to act like he was better than you.
Sorry, he was so chatty, so I didn't have time to tell you this properly. You! Are you making fun of me? Shun, I would like you to refrain from throwing any more insults at us. It's just gonna hurt you. Shut up! I'm already pissed at Yuri for being lucky!
Shun, were you being jealous?
That's right! I had better grades than you and even got a job at a big company!
But you quit that job after being scolded once.
That wasn't my fault!
You were always the prideful one.
Shut up! What is going on? Boss! I thought you were at a conference! It just ended. Nice to meet you. Mr. Kurose! We were just discussing our new home with my wife. That's great news! I was about to ask him about the contract, but he kept throwing insults at us. Shun, did you screw up again?
Again?
Yeah. Ever since he was hired, he kept on making trouble with the customers. I hired him as a favor from my father. His father and I go way back since high school.
I see.
I told you not to argue with the customer like every day! I didn't know! That's not a proper excuse! I thought he was too poor to afford a house! You idiot! It's thanks to him we're able to operate our business! What? I can't deal with you anymore! You're fired! Please! Anything but that! Your father was a great man! I don't know how you became such a screw-up! My dad told me he was gonna kick me out if I got into trouble again! This was my fault. I gave him too many chances. Now pack your stuff and get out of my building! No! Mr. Kurose, Mrs. Kurose, we are deeply sorry for this. I'll personally look over your project from now on. Thank you so much.
I'm glad we can put this behind us. Although Shun was begging for mercy, Yamato said he didn't want to forgive someone that insulted his wife. After he was fired, I don't know what happened to him. Although I did see a piece of news about a guy who was arrested for stealing food from a restaurant. Maybe it was him? It's been 2 years since the incident. Our dream house was built and we live happily together. True to his words, Yamato built Ren his own playground in our backyard. From now on, we'll cherish this new house.